And Canada is now looking to India as a key market as it tries to reduce its dependence on the United States. Ottawa says that Canada can no longer afford to let Washington decide its economic future. Canada's Finance Minister, François-Philippe has called India a major opportunity for Canadian exporters. He pointed to India's 1.4 billion people and its position as the world's fifth largest economy, saying that Canada wants India to trade more with the country. This outreach comes at a difficult moment for Canada-US trade. After negotiations with Washington broke down, Canada has announced around 27.6 billion Canadian dollars in retaliatory tariffs on US goods. The tariff cover around 700 products with rates ranging from 15 to 50%. Canada has also announced a 7.5 billion Canadian dollar support package for business and workers hit by the trade conflict. Canada's Industry Minister, Melanie Joly, has said that the country cannot wait for Washington to decide its future, and that is where India comes in. Ottawa wants to double its exports to markets outside the US over the next decade, and at the same time, Canada wants to more than double its two-way trade with India to around 70 billion Canadian dollars annually by 2030. The two countries have already taken steps to rebuild their economic relationship. India and Canada began negotiations for a Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, or the CEPA, in November 2025. Now the aim is to expand market access, investment and supply chain cooperation. This is significant because India-Canada ties had gone through a prolonged diplomatic strain. But relations began improving after Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Mark Carney met at the G7 summit in June 2025. Now Canada's trade pressure from the US appears to be giving this relationship another push. The US remains Canada's biggest trading partner by a huge margin, but Ottawa is clearly looking beyond its traditional market. And India, with its huge consumer base, growing economy and expanding Indo-Pacific role, is emerging as one of Canada's most important alternatives.
Plan A has always been to build Canada, to remove interprovincial trade barrier, to make sure that we diversify. I'm going to be hosting the Finance Minister of India just tomorrow, fifth largest economy in the world, 1.4 billion people that want to trade with Canada, and at the same time to make sure that we do big things in this country. This country is a nation that does big things. Just think about Churchill Falls we did recently. That's another James Bay. You know, a whole generation of people have dreamed about that. 20,000 jobs. You're talking about 70 billion of investment. Look at what the Prime Minister announced yesterday with my colleagues, Mr. Joly and others, about shipbuilding. We're investing in Canada, we're investing in Canadians, we are building our country strong. That's the response that Canada needs to have.